Hi guys, this is from Ovaniz and today we're going to teach you how to make a fairy fondant figure. For this tutorial we will need a scale, 140 grams of ivory fondant, 20 grams of white fondant, sculpting tools, skewer, a base foam and some green fondant for the dress. Now before we get started, I would like to point out that there are two kinds of fondant heads we can attach to the figure we are making today. The one on the left is the regular cartoon-like simple figure and you can find the tutorial on our channel or on our website, the link is down below. And the one on the right is a realistic fondant figure that was sculpted by the photo to fondant tutorial, which means that you can sculpt the fondant figure copied from a picture. And we will talk about this option at the end of this tutorial. And now let's get started. We are going to start with the legs. We're going to take 40 grams of skin color fondant, 20 grams for each leg. I'm going to add a quarter of a spoon of CMC powder to our fondant, and that is for the fondant to set up quicker. Before we're going to assemble our figure, I want the legs to be firm and dry. Now just knead in the CMC powder very well, and you need to work very quickly because the fondant starts to set very fast. So take 20 grams of the fondant for the first leg. And now we can start to shape it into a leg. So as usual, we're going to roll it in between our hands, take all the folds and the creases behind the fondant and roll it into a smooth rope shape, which is wider on one side and narrow on the other. It is approximately 15 centimeters long. Shape out a knee in the middle, make it thinner at the knee area. Okay, bend the leg over. Our fairy is going to be sit and her legs are going to be crossed, one over the other. At the narrow side of the leg, we're going to shape the foot. So just squeeze the narrow side, pull out the fondant and shape our foot, just like in the video. She's wearing the fairy shoes, so I'm shaping it out of fondant and I'm going to paint the shoe itself later on. Set it aside to dry and repeat with the second leg. Next we're going to make the wings, and we're going to take about 20 grams of white fondant, and for the wings as well I'm going to add CMC powder. about the amount, add just a little less of 1/4 of the teaspoon. Again, knead it very well into the fondant until it's all incorporated, and roll the fondant to approximately 4 to 5 millimeters thick. Now with a precision knife, cut out a wing. You can use a template, you can take something from the internet, paint it on a piece of paper, and it will help you to cut out a wing. I'm doing a freehand, and after I'm cutting one of the wings, I'm going to use this one as a template for the second one. With the veining tool, I'm creating some lines on the wing. And we're setting it aside to dry. Now we're going to set them aside to dry, and we're going to color them after they're dry. Next, we're going to make the arms. So I'm taking 14 grams of skin color fondant, 7 grams for each arm. I'm not adding the CNC powder to the arms, it's not that important at the arms. And I'm cutting this piece in half, 7 grams for each arm, and rolling it in between my fingers into a long rope shape. One end is wider and one end is thinner. The arm is approximately 8 centimeters long. Pinch it in the middle to create the elbow, and we're not making the hand today as the arms are going to be hidden under her legs. One arm is ready, and repeat the same with the second one. Next, we're going to make the body. I'm taking 75 grams of skin color fondant. Roll the fondant in between your hands. Take all the creases behind the fondant and make the fondant as smooth as you can. We are looking for a rounded rectangular shape. Our body is approximately 7 centimeters long and 4 centimeters wide. Pull out a neck at the upper side of our body. Shape the chest area using your fingers. Shape a waistline at the bottom. And shape a small arch at the bottom of the back. And this is the shape that they're looking for, and you need to set the body to dry for at least a few hours so it won't get squished by its own weight when we're going to assemble the figure. After all of our body parts are set and dry, we're ready to assemble the figure, and we're going to start with the legs. So place them on a base of some sort and insert a skewer into the body very carefully so you don't disfigure it. After we made the hole in the body, take out a skewer, insert it into the base first. Afterwards, insert the body on the skewer on top of the legs. If needed, secure the legs under the body using a small amount of water to glue the body to the legs. Next, we are going to make the dress. For the top of the dress, I'm taking a light green fondant, roll it out to approximately 2 to 3 millimeters thick, as thin is better. Cut out a rectangle. Cut out any excess fondant. And I want it to look like it's torn fabric, so I'm just tearing the fondant at the top. Very gently, a little bit, just like this. use some water to help you glue the fondant to the body and attach the upper part of the dress. Gently cut the excess fondant from the back. For the skirt, I'm going to use two different shades of green fondant. Roll it out as thin as you can into these thin sheets, and we're going to cut out fondant leaves. We will use approximately 10 to 12 fondant leaves for the skirt. Again, I'm just doing it freehand, but you can use a template if it's more comfortable for you. I want to create the same torn effect on the skirt as well, so we're just tearing the edges very gently and very slightly. After we finished with the edges, we're attaching the skirt to at the waistline. And just alternate the light green with the dark green or whatever you like. Now that our wings are dry, we can paint them. I'm using light blue color, so just dilute the blue gel food coloring with water or with food grade alcohol and paint the wings on both sides. And after finish painting the wings, add some pearl dust. Next, using brown food gel coloring, I'm painting her shoes. Next, we're going to attach the arms. If there is some excess fondant, you can cut it off. And using a small amount of water, I'm going to attach the arms to the shoulders. Pinch the arm at the top a little bit and smooth it on the shoulder. And put it underneath her legs. Don't worry about the seam here, we're going to cover it with some sleeves. For the sleeves, take 2 small pieces of green fondant, 2 rectangles, create the tear effect as we did on the skirt on the top. Fold it at the ends and with some water attach it to the top of her dress and above the seams on the arms to cover them. Now we need to glue our wings to the body, and we're going to do this using the CMC. If you dilute the CMC with water, you can use it as glue. Okay, depending on the amount of water you're adding, it's going to be thicker or more thinner. And as you see, it's kind of a jelly consistency right here, and we need it to be a bit firmer to hold the wings in place. Now just put it on the fondant and attach the wings. If needed, you can put some pieces of fondant beneath the wings to give them some contrast until it's dry. Now, as I looked at the figure, I decided I want to turn the wings upside down. Because of their shape, I figured it's going to look better if I turn them. So I just changed the position of the wings. And here we're all done, and our fairy figure is all ready. And as I said at the beginning of the video, there are two kinds of heads that you can put on this fairy figure. The first one is the simple and the regular one, and you can find the video on how to make it on our channel. The link is going to be here down below. And for the second option, and I'm really excited to talk about it because this is the best seller at Ovaniz.com, this is the premium tutorial on making a portrait out of fondant. Okay, this is a product that changed the birthday cake and celebration cake entirely. And just imagine seeing your loved one's face when he sees himself on a cake. You can make your child, you can make your husband, you can make a celebrity, you can make your child's head on a superhero's body. The possibilities are endless, and this is a truly amazing product. And now for the surprise, we have a special coupon only for our YouTube subscribers, 10% off on all the tutorials on our website and the sculpting tools. So all you need to do to receive this coupon code is to write this code in our website at checkout, and you are all set. So thank you for watching this tutorial. All the details are in the description box down below and at ovaniz.com. If you want to watch more tutorials about fondant figures, and you guys like us have a passion for cake fondant decoration, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. This was Eve from Ovaniz. See you in the next video.